I've been in work situations before where excellence was hoped for. In the University of Michigan, it's not hoped for, it is demanded.
Live today from Wrigley Field.
I'll never forget playing a hockey game at Wrigley, and somehow I'll be able to tell my family one day, and it was just a really cool experience.
Brew, I'm on camera right now, Michigan made. What's up?
At the end of the day, like, this is the do or die part of the season. The late nights, early mornings, and we did that all during the summer to get ready for this point of the season. I'm really excited for what we have here in the second half.
The experience at Wrigley was unbelievable. I've been to Chicago once, but even just the city was awesome, and they did such a good job there. Obviously, they had the Winter Classic a couple days before, but just an unbelievable experience. I'll remember it forever, and it was a great memory.
Thursday, just spent some time with the guys. Actually got we didn't get to skate at Wrigley before, but went to check out the facilities.
It was a pretty special experience. I mean, you can see how well those guys get treated, and we were lucky to be the team that got to stay in the home locker room, and we really enjoyed it.
The Cubs locker room was like incredible. It was actually massive. Like we'd get lost in it sometimes.
That was honestly probably one of the coolest parts, was just checking out everything behind the scenes. They just got a brand new locker room renovation. So yeah, I mean, it's super cool to experience that.
I mean, the takeaways from that experience is just, how special of an event it was, and how many people had to put in so much work to make it possible for us. And it's something I'll never forget. I mean, I'll never forget playing a hockey game at Wrigley, and something I'll be able to, hopefully tell my family one day. And it was just a really cool moment for all the guys in our dressing room, and I'm sure all the guys over there. It was just a really cool experience.
It was more than a year-long process to get this thing off the ground. I mean, it was the Cubs, were the ones who approached us, kind of told us that we have a Winter Classic coming to town, and we see the opportunity to do something kind of special with creating a forum for college hockey while we have the ice up. So, the ice has already been in place for 2 weeks or more. So, it's kind of already tried and true. The fact that actually we had better weather than they did for the Winter Classic. So really, even talking to the ice guys, and they're saying that actually our only problem right now is we need to keep the ice a little bit warmer.
Seeing our lockers like set up with our jerseys and everything was definitely really cool. Our equipment staff did a really good job with that, as they always do, but kind of just seeing your name and hung up in the Cubs locker was just kind of surreal.
For me, it was just felt like you're a kid again, just going out on the outdoor rink or on the pond and just having a good time. So I just tried to soak it all in and enjoy it as much as I could.
No way. This is your chance. No!
I mean, it was unbelievable. For a few guys in the locker room, it was our second outdoor game, but to play at Wrigley was just a whole nother experience. I've never been there before. It's such a historic venue, and like one that any sports fan would love to be at, and to play in front of a crowd like that was just so cool.
Manage the puck, manage your shift length, and more than anything in these big games, especially rivalry games, manage your emotions. Discipline's everything.
Let's go, man. Come on!
You get a chance to show the world on this stage what we do. Win the net front. All week since we've been getting back, even the start of the year, we've talked about inside plays, getting to the net. Be connected. When we're quick to our spots, when we work away from the puck, life is good. We're making plays up the ice and we're together. And then the last thing, and you guys know it better than anything, this is championship hockey, track or die.
Live today from Wrigley Field, and Michigan's 10th outdoor game, and it should be a dandy between Michigan and Ohio State, two teams that no doubt will be fighting for not only the conference title this year, but a berth in the NCAA.
Batter up, Big Ten. We're off and skating here inside Wrigley Field.
I think just feeling out the environment, and then we haven't played them this year, so a lot of physicality.
And they're going to start out 5 very important players and veterans and some guys that'll hit you.
We're teaching a lot, and there's a lot of detail throughout the week. And then as the weekend comes, I think it's important to kind of let the guys be and let them get ready and play the game.
Down to just a little over 3 minutes to play in the first period with no score yet. And the fans want a goal. You can hear "Let's Go Blue" cheer.
This has been about as evenly played a first period as you could get. Number 9, Michigan, the home team against number 13, Ohio State.
Here's a chance for Hayes. He goes in and he scores! Oh, it was Helen that stole the pass out at center ice. He handed it off to Hayes, who went right in and has given the Wolverines a 1-0 lead.
Once it went in, me and Moldy had talked about kind of a celly we wanted to do if one of us scored, and we wanted to slide and the other guy was going to call each other safe, and it was fun. I mean, especially when you play in a special game like that, like I don't think anyone's going to judge you if you go with an outrageous celebration, so it was a pretty cool moment.
Horn sounds, 20 minutes complete, and the Michigan Wolverines, thanks to a late period goal from Michael Hayes, leading Ohio State 1-0.
Boys, it's got to be so simple, and then we just got to wear them down in our own zone. Learn from it. Hey, good start there, boys. Hey, come on, baby. Feet.
Good first period. Now you see like what we're dealing with. Game plan's still the same game plan. It's just even more. I walked in and Trust talking about shift length and ozone changes. Like it's massive. It's a game changer, especially in this period. We have to just take 30, 35 seconds. It's a huge win if we change. Everything in the ozone is chaos. Low to high, hit it. You've made some great D-to-D plays. That's great. If it's there, awesome. But just keep getting to the net. It's chaos. The little second man support dinks forwards that we've been working on the last couple of weeks, they're there because the low play's there. Then we look to the slot. If that's not there, low to high bank and we'll hit it or put it back to the bottoms. Does that make sense? And then just the last thing is tracking. The first few shifts, like we were pretty good. Jackson had a great one. It led to a chance or the goal, but you've got to track, man. You've got to track. And then compete down low. All right? Just protect the house and get to the net. I know I just ripped off 25 things. Hopefully you guys remembered. It's all the same stuff, man. Just play hockey. All right? Let's go out there.
It's not getting any warmer here. Now the wind has picked up. So that'll make things a little bit more chilly for the spectators.
Throughout my 4 years here, it's been unbelievable. The Michigan fans travel so well, so no matter what rink we're at, what venue, we always have fans in the building, which is so special, and I think that's kind of something that sets us apart from a lot of other schools as well.
There's so much history there, and just to go there and have it packed with Michigan fans, like there was a lot of Michigan fans there. It was such a surreal experience. Like I've always dreamed of playing for Michigan, and used to come to games here at Yost all the time, and just for my first game to be at Wrigley Field with a bunch of fans, outdoor game like against Ohio State, it just doesn't get much better than that. Obviously we're outside, so the puck might be bouncing a little more than normal, but just playing safe and managing the game and hopefully getting a couple of chances in the power play.
Michigan attacking down the left wing boards. Michael Hayes. And we have our first penalty of this game, it appears.
Boy, and he had Evan Warner all alone on the far post. He tried to get it to him. Down in front, they score! That's TJ Hughes! What a pass! That came from behind the goal, and Michigan leads 2-0.
Yeah, we got that power play, which was nice, and we were able to score. Horks made a really good pass to me for his first point, which was pretty cool to be a part of that. But yeah, he saw me in the slot and made a great play to me. I was able to score, so it was nice to get a 2-goal lead there. And yeah, after that, we're up 2 goals, just trying to, again, manage the game, limit our turnovers, and just kind of play smart and try to score some more. So.
Of his speed and also his stick. Ohio State, it's deck hunt. Buckeyes on the board. Powell shot, score! Noah Powell throws in rope from the blue line. Ohio State has tied it.
You guys have absolutely dominated them outside of penalties and long shifts and not getting the puck deep. Agree or disagree? Agree. So nothing matters of what just happened. It's 2-2 going into the third against Ohio State. Go take it all.
Level this game at 2 apiece. Final period of regulation here from Wrigley Field, and off we go.
You can't control the uncontrollables, and stuff that happened in the past, you can't go back and change it, so why worry about it? That's kind of my mindset.
Hayes down low, pushed in, saying it's a goal for Michigan.
Will Harkov, his first goal as a Michigan Wolverine, and it couldn't come at a bigger moment in this young man's career.
It's something I dreamed about my whole entire life, and to do it at that stage and in that moment, it was something I'll remember forever.
It's kind of crazy to have his first game being an outdoor game like that. Really proud of him, like just the type of person he is to be a 17-year-old young man, join the team at Christmas, a lot of new faces, you know, blocking out all the noise and having some fun, and he gave us a chance to win.
It was the Buckeyes prior to the break. They had won 4 straight.
Penalty, number 94, Minor, for playing his hand with the puck.
I think at the end of the day, we just took too many penalties, and that's what cost us the games.
Low shot, looking for the rebound. They find it.
We just got in penalty trouble, and that hurts you in any big game. So
Ohio State maybe an opportunity, a late break here. Breaking in. They don't get a shot away, but they draw a penalty.
I don't see a hook.
Well, if it was a hook, it was a quick one.
I don't see a hook.
Too many penalties, and we weren't able to kill off that many penalties.
Here's Ohio State on another power play, number 6 for Ohio State. As they work it here in the last minute of play, 40 seconds left, and they score. It deflected off of one of the Wolverines in front and went in the net, 4-3, and Ohio State wins.
You just have to play our game. I know that sounds very simple, but those guys know what that means, and it's a little bit more out of every guy. It's creating the space or taking the space away. It's making the play or killing the play. Like every little race and battle is an opportunity to make the play and advance it, or it goes the other way. So you just want to stack as many of those as possible.
Nothing left to do but get it back out to Yost, and as you bring in Al Randall and Fred Pletch, guys, this game means so much for the standings. Ohio State sitting in that number 4 seed and 6 points clear of Michigan. So you win this, not only do you get 3 points on your rivals, but it's sort of a net 3 because you take 3 away from them. Huge stakes as we get ready for this one.
In hockey in general, I think a short memory is really key. I think you can learn from the first night and heading into the second night.
sometimes, you just have to try to worry about controlling what you can control, and that's your effort, and that's what your role is, and focusing on what you're going to do better next game.
Michigan wants to exact some revenge for Friday night's loss at the Frozen Confines and get back on a winning track.
Yeah, we didn't like our first period too much on Sunday. Just letting these guys know exactly what it takes to have success, showing them you're doing it, keep it going. If you're not, here's how we can tweak or make some adjustments. But just honesty and accountability all the time, and support. So high standards, high support is kind of our motto.
I think going down early, you just got to go in the locker room, reset.
Now Hayes, Werner shot, score! There we go.
We told all the guys in that room that your season's on the line. If you lose this game, and your back's against the wall, guys start pushing harder. And I think just the response after that was really cool to see.
Here the blue line, way off to the side, in front! Oh, it's Stein with a save. Another save by him. Boy, they needed that.
As long as you stick to it, and it can happen hockey, all you need is a couple bounces, and you're back in the game.
Jackson Hallam come out for a whirl.
Hughes wanted, shot, score! From the face-off, William Whitelaw.
Started late in the second, I felt like we started making a push, and then in that third period, it just felt like every shift, wave after wave, we were coming, and we were going to be in that O zone. And luckily, Whitey got one through and got us back all squared, and you got to respond in moments like that are tough.
I thought we came out good in the second, then we had an incredible third. Like, that just shows our team never gives up, and we'll do whatever it takes to win, and you can never count us out in games.
So the third point in the standings on the line, and overtime is underway.
Good job by Edwards. And here goes Michigan. Edwards streaks right by his man. Goes in. Score!
Yeah, we've had a lot of really good players in the past, so you'd think that, every year we'd have a ton of success in overtime. This has been the best year to date, and I would say all credit to the kids. Like, we have a plan when we play in overtime. We have a plan all the time, but Ethan Edwards makes a game-breaking play, slides over Jackson, he scores. All credit goes to them. It's just those guys making plays in big moments.
The belief in our group. We have a couple guys out right now with injuries, and it just goes to show the depth that we have in our locker room as people can step up into big roles and play a lot of ice time.
Yeah, he's cheesecake. Who?
Jalen Stone, I'm the Assistant Director of Equipment Operations for Olympic Sports. I oversee the day-to-day equipment operations for the men's ice hockey program, women's gymnastics, men's gymnastics, and I have a couple other administrative responsibilities. I handle all the Letterman Awards for all of our sports. Anything that you see on the field of play, on the court, on the ice, you name it, if it's used to play the hockey game, it's touching my hand at some point. Oversee 5 student managers for the ice hockey program. Those 5 students help me and our Director of Operations, Evan Hall, every day.
My name is Evan Hall. I'm the Director of Hockey Operations, and this is my 8th season at Michigan. I started in 2007 as a student working for the video coach at the time, and then stayed for another 3 years after. The video coordinator job opened up, and that was in 2017. And I jumped at that opportunity, so I came back in that capacity and was the video coordinator till 2 seasons ago, and then became the Director of Hockey Operations. Part of my role, though, as Director of Hockey Operations is not only the logistics and moving the team around and getting the team what it needs, but there's also a video component. I still handle the video responsibilities. So I am packing up all the video equipment, making sure that we have what we need to supply coaching video on the road.
Our jobs as support staff, the equipment managers, the trainers, the strength coaches, the operations, our jobs are to serve the student athlete to the best of our ability. So their main responsibility is to show up mentally, physically prepared to play the game.
People is everything when it comes to culture, whether it's a business, a family, any type of environment. You got to have the right people. We talked about high standards and high support. All of those people do that. Like Evan Hall was never a director of hockey ops. Jalen Stone has never worked in hockey as an equipment manager. So it's a huge compliment to them and the type of people that they are, that they're students of their space and working to learn new things, to master a new craft. And then not to just be good at it, but to become great in their specific roles. We're really lucky to have them at Michigan.
And you never know what you're gonna walk into in a day, and it can happen at any time. Today is a perfect example. I was woken up this morning with a phone call from our trainer saying we have a player who's very sick, and he was scheduled to go on a trip this morning.
The best thing about Evan is there's probably 10 things that happened today that I don't know about. But there's trust there that he'll handle it, and he'll handle it the way that we want to do it.
It's like a revolving door here, and like people are always just stopping by and asking a question or giving some information. Here's our trainer giving me an update on whether this kid can travel, but we're not going to take. You want me to take this right now? To take? Yeah. Yes. Brew, I'm on camera right now. Michigan made. What's up?
It's unbelievable. Like, we won't be able to do what we do without him, honestly. You have Jalen and the interns that do so much for us. Like I said before, at the Frozen Confine game, just setting up our gear, doing so much stuff behind the scenes that no one sees. Christy and the media staff do so much hard work. They get there before games. They're there on practice days. They're doing all the media stuff. Make sure when we're on the road, everything's good. We get all the hotel, all the meals, all the travel details. He was always up to date, weeks ahead of time. So I truly don't know how much they actually do. So super grateful for all the staff at Michigan. They truly allow us to do what we do on the ice, and all the success we have is from them. So I'm super grateful to have them a part of our team, and they do so much for us, so it's awesome.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I was sitting on the ice and I can't see it.
I've never seen that before. You're a special, strange little man.
I don't know what's going on here.
I've been in work situations before where excellence was hoped for, where we worked hard, we're good people in the building, and excellence was hoped for. In the University of Michigan, it's not hoped for, it is demanded. It's not an expectation, it's a prerequisite. You don't work here, you don't play here unless you're prepared to be excellent. And I think everybody in this building has that mindset, so when we do walk through those hard things together, we know we all have a common goal, so it makes that family dynamic pretty easy to lean into.
When everyone has a role, whether you're a player or a staff member, that's when you feel important. And then when you're trusted in that role to make the decisions that matter, I think that's when you grow. Christy McNeil, Chrissy Powers, Evan Hall, Brian Brewster, Joe Marr, Jalen Stone, we can go on and on.
There's audio, he's just telling you there's no audio. Look at the camera.
If I have to delegate everything that I do or I'm micromanaging, we have the wrong people. The fact that all these people do their thing and then collaboratively we communicate together, I think that's extremely valuable.
What I try to do is make sure that the program is moving in a positive direction. Everyone has what they need and everyone's in a good spot. And I try to check in with everyone, just very casually, just, hey, how you doing? Like, what's the vibe today? Like the players, the staff, like everyone plays an important role on this team. And I think one of the most important things a director of hockey operations can do is make sure that we're all in a good spot so that we can have success.
What matters to me is what kind of people they are, right? And the relationship I have with them. Like Adam Fantilli, Hobie Baker Award winner, great dude, great hockey player. To me, he's just a kid that I drove to the M-Den and helped pick out his outfit to wear to the Hobie Baker ceremony, right? He's just a friend. Do this long enough and you spend enough time around certain people, you go through things together, you develop strong relationships, and I just care about who they are as a person and what I can do to help serve them and help us ultimately win a national championship. Today's a road trip. We're leaving at 12:30, so once we get done with this, I'll start packing up all the blades, make sure all that's good to go. Guys will start coming in here in about 45 minutes. Once they do, I'll start giving them instructions on how I want them to pack their bags. With it being at Notre Dame today, it's going to be pretty simple. Everything will go on the bus, so the packing will be pretty simple for the players. Everything will go on their bags, all their loops, all their equipment they need for the game.
But it's making sure everyone's here, they know when to be here, they're on time. But then, yeah, we bust down to South Bend, unpack the bus, check into the hotel, practice there. So we get used to the ice down at Notre Dame, and then they can go out and have a nice meal.
Getaway day's busy, a lot going into it. We'll go straight to the rink at Notre Dame. We'll unload everything, set up the locker room. The guys will go check into the hotel. I'll stay at the rink, set up the jerseys, set up for practice, make sure everything's ready to go for practice, and they'll come back over and we'll practice there this evening, and then get ready to go for the game tomorrow. So yeah, today's a sprint, a lot going on, but it's a lot of fun too.
Going into Notre Dame, the thing that we emphasized the most was just playing Michigan hockey and trying to clean up some things from the first half, being more disciplined, not taking as many penalties.
As a team, we took a look at where we were in the Big Ten and where we were in the pairwise, and just put a focus on, like, this has to be a big weekend for us, because we don't get these points back, and there's no easy nights in the Big Ten, but we just really want to start picking up steam here into the second half.
And welcome inside the Compton Family Ice Arena, an important series for the Michigan Wolverines, fighting for what appears to be now that coveted home ice advantage in the Big Ten playoffs.
Kind of just got to manage the ebbs and flows of the game, not get too high, not get too low. And I think that's one thing we did really well on Friday night is just sticking with it. And when they had their push, we pushed back.
Now back to Fisher, left point with a shot saved by Stein. Rebound opportunity stopped as well. Still loose and a score. But there's a shot and a score. And an early 2-goal lead for the Irish.
Going down too early is obviously not what you want in a game, especially on a Friday night in their rank. Any game's comebackable, especially when you're down 2-0 with the amount of talent and the coaching staff we have on this team.
But Hallam has it again. Here's Estapa. He scores! Mark Estapa with his first goal of the year, and it couldn't come at a better time.
Junior from the state of Minnesota. Over for Draper, and he scores!
So we've really worked on our bench mentality that when we go down 1 or 2 that like we can come back. And I just think that, you know, we just started stacking shifts there in the first, and then power play gets a big one for us in the first, and then I was lucky enough to get that second one to tie it up going into the second period.
Now Edwards over the blue line. Oh, what a pass and a score!
I've been around for a few years now, and I've seen our teams make some runs, and I know kind of how important it is to have that team buy-in. And Nars talked about it. Second half, everything's for the team. You know, there can be no selfish or individual plays. Really, everything's for the team. And I think that, you know, guys are starting to figure that out, and that's why we're going to have success in the second half.
When you get punched in the face, you got to get back up right away. You can't let it linger, and every single shift is almost a new game, and you just have to take the game segment by segment.
Another shot and a score!
At the end of the day, like, this is the do or die part of the season. It's what we all the hard work, the stadium runs, the late nights, early mornings, like that's what we lived for the second half, and we did that all during the first half and in the summer to get ready for this point of the season. And at the end of the day, like, we're all here together, and we all got the learning curve over within the first half, and we just got to put our foot on the pedal this half and just play Michigan hockey. And we've always been a second half team, as just knowing Michigan's history. So I'm really excited for what we have here in the second half.